Hey, speaking of the rigged wheel, somebody sent in for the rigged wheel like 2 days ago. I just remember. I have to go back and find it now. I mean, when they sent it in, I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to forget that by the time Saturday rolls around. But I just now remembered it. I don't remember if it was Cash App or PayPal. Let me look. Yeah. Thursday. All right. Atypical Gump. All right, we got to remember to add Atypical. In fact, I'll do it now. Shout out Atypical Gump, first one on the wheel. Way back on Thursday. Week 12, let's go. Hit the thumbs up. I'm going to start the show in a few minutes. The kickoff show every Saturday morning at 9. Brian, I'm too much of a degenerate to say that across the board. There are some games this week I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, but a degenerate like me can always find something to lose his money on. Don't worry. I'll tell you what it is in just about 3 minutes. Thumbs up for game day in Athens. Thumbs up for game day at the Georgia-Tennessee game. Thumbs up if your team is playing an FCS team today. Shout out Bama and Mercer. November elementary school matchups are no joke. What's that blonde-headed lawyer lady that used to have her own TV show? I don't know if she still does. She used to have that legal show where she just thinks every guy is guilty all the time. What was her name? That loudmouth blonde lawyer lady, been around forever. Yeah, Nancy Grace. Shout out Nancy Grace. Proud Mercer Bear alumni. I know 3 people that went to Mercer. Nancy Grace, my cousin Jason. No, 2. Nancy Grace and my cousin Jason. That's it. And they're both lawyers and that. Yeah, I do not have a Mercer helmet. As sad as that sounds, it's unfortunately true. Those rumors are true. I do not have a Mercer helmet. Yeah, a Mercer helmet would be way more dangerous than a Mercer helmet. Come on, man. Why did that not work? Now I'm going to give myself a come on, man. Come on, man. Good morning. It's Uncle Lou here. Come on, man. Okay, now we're good. Welcome to week 12 of the college football season 2024. The college kickoff show. You know what it is. We're going to go through the schedule of games today, figure out what we need to watch, when we need to watch it, what channel is it on. We'll try to figure all that out. Here's a hint, though. Chances are, if it's a game you need to watch, it's either on ABC, ESPN, or the SEC Network. Chances are it's not on Fox or CBS or NBC. It turns out nobody's watching those channels. I can't figure out why. Let me see if we can get to the bottom of it. Why is nobody watching CBS, NBC or Fox during the football season. They paid all that money. See if we can figure out why no one's watching. Ohio State at Northwestern. Okay. Michigan State at Illinois. Okay. Oh, here we go. Wait a minute. Yeah. So the big 3:30 game on CBS today, Week 12. Getting down to the nitty gritty here. Penn State at Purdue, game of the week in the Big Ten. Game of the week. If that doesn't do it for you, you can turn over to Fox at 4 p.m., which is the worst time slot in all of football, 4 p.m. Now, no one will watch this game for two reasons. Number one, Nebraska at Southern Cal. Two teams that can't make a bowl game. That comes on Fox at 4. Don't worry, they got you covered in primetime over on NBC, though. Oregon at Wisconsin. Just an all-star slate today over on CBS, NBC, and Fox. So I don't know why no one's watching. I don't know why no one's watching. Any ideas? Will Fox do primetime games next year? Oh, yes. They do primetime games now, buddy. They do primetime games this year. You're not excited to watch Cincinnati at Iowa State, 8 p.m. on Fox? That's not doing it for you, bud? Cincinnati at Iowa State, 8 o'clock on Fox. That's not doing it for you there, bud? Turns out it just means less up there. Turns out it just means less. Shout out to Prize Picks. They are sponsoring the show this morning. Head on over to prizepicks.com, the kings of daily fantasy sports. Get signed up. It's super easy. You just enter your email address and a promo code. The promo code is going to be Uncle Lou. One word, uppercase letters without any spaces. Prizepicks.com, promo code Uncle Lou. Make any $5 play. They're going to give you $50 instantly. It's literally that easy. Doesn't matter whether you win or lose. That first play. It literally doesn't matter at all. I'm going to make a prize play pick later, but let me tell you what I like here. I think our boy Dylan Sampson. I like over 21.5 rush attempts for Dylan Sampson. I like over 21.5 rush attempts for Dylan Sampson. Why? Tennessee can't throw the ball. That's why. Tennessee can't throw the ball. I mean, this is not a surprise. Guess what else I like? For a similar reason. Carson Beck. Over 31.5 pass attempts. For the same reason. Georgia can't run the ball. So That's 2 winners right there that I'm giving you. I'm giving you these 2 winners. Dylan Sampson, over 21.5 rush attempts. Carson Beck, more than 31.5 pass attempts. I'm giving you that because I care about you. Now, just what else do you like? Find anything else you like. Make 3 picks. Hell, make 4 or 5 picks if you want. The more picks you make, the more money you win. You can win up to 100 times your money. I got one for you. It's usually a safe bet, too. Travis Hunter, more than 79.5 receiving yards. That's free money. Just kidding. There's no such thing as free money, but it's pretty close. This is pretty close. Yep. Anyway, check out prizepicks.com. Promo code Uncle Lou. You can use it in Georgia. You can use it in a lot of different, there's a lot of places where you can't use DraftKings and all that because it might be illegal in your state or whatever the case. Like I live in Georgia. I can't use DraftKings or FanDuel or any of that stuff here, but I can use Prize Picks. So make sure you check it out, prizepicks.com. All right. Let's take roll, and then we're going to go through today's schedule of games. And it's time. Look, we got to get serious. This has been fun playing around here for the first few minutes, but I need everybody to sit up straight, pay attention, and be on your best behavior here, okay? We got to get serious. This is a serious show. Obviously, this is a no trolling zone as well, so Drewby, thank you on that in advance. But we do need to take roll, and then we do need to go through the schedule of games for today. So I need everyone to act accordingly. Jarvis, thank you for the super chat. Buddy says, was that a boxing match or Dancing with the Stars? It was pretty obvious to me that Jake Paul could have knocked his ass out at any point after the second round. I don't know. Was that obvious to everyone else? Jake Paul took it easy on him after the second round. From about midway through the second round, really. Jake Paul just took it easy on him. I felt bad for having watched it. Like it made me feel wrong that I even watched it. Tyson had no business in that ring, just like I thought. Wotod99 says, kind of ideal, though, given Oklahoma has a bye. Yes. I'll say yes on that. M&M coffee cup this morning. Is that okay with y'all? What does it say on it? Please don't beg. Yeah, I don't get that, but it says, you see there? Please don't beg, it says. I'm begging you not to beg. I'm serious. Please. I'm begging you. Don't beg. It's not a good idea. Christian, Jonathan Miller, Gutman 72, Pastor Dave, Lawn Stars, Indiana Creek Walker. Hello. Hofer Billy Slaw. Hello. That's what's up. Captain Trips, Vic's Tube, James Fonda, Traveling Fools, DJ David on the ones and twos this morning. Thank you, DJ. Matt Dummett, Sir UJ, Colby Covers, Hunker Down Dogs, Buffalo Harry. Oh, boy. Jim Mick Ultra, Tom DeMay. Lou better not shame the small towns of Georgia again. I don't go for that. Fuck a small town anywhere. Particularly in Georgia. Particularly in southwest Georgia, which is a wasteland of just absolute dejection and sadness. It's got to be the depression capital of the world. It's got to be. Billy Cole, Robert Hunt. Sports Talk 101, Hogman. The Nature Boy. Southwest Georgia checking in. Oh, buddy. Somebody somewhere is hiring. Get out of there. Oh, come on, man. Somebody somewhere is hiring. Gotta be. Robert Hunt says, hurt, not hunt, Uncle Lou. Oh, my bad. Sorry about that, Robert Hunt. My apologies, sir. I try really hard to make sure I get everybody's name correct. So I do apologize for swinging and missing on yours. Again, that's Robert Hunt. Sorry about that, sir. You should be happy if I mispronounce your name. It should be like a badge of honor. I do it so often. It really should be a badge of honor if I mispronounce your name or misread it. It should be. You should wear that with pride. You should go to work Monday and tell people that Uncle Lou mispronounced your name. It should be like something that you're proud of. Call your kids right now. You're not gonna believe this. Uncle Lou mispronounced my name. Like, you should be proud of that. It's just like if I trash talk you or something too. You should be proud of that too. Someone super chatted me last night, $10 to trash talk 3 of their friends, and I had a good time with that. And I think I did a pretty good job too, honestly. I pretty much destroyed them. James Fondue says, Lou got mine right. Well, I'm happy to hear that, Mr. Fondue. Is Miami playing today? We should probably find out. We really do need to look at the schedule of games. I'm not going to lie. I just have so much fun reading y'all's comments that sometimes I just get stuck here doing that instead of doing something fruitful. So let's move along, shall we? Yeah, of course we shall. Washington beat UCLA last night, 31-19. Arizona all over Houston, 27-3. Couple of games of note there in the Big Ten. I'm sure everyone watched that. The Big Ten is just must-see TV. Dang. All right, here we go. Today's games coming up at noon. We've got Ohio State on the road at Northwestern. This game comes on the Big Ten Network. Whoopity-doo! Ohio State's a huge favorite. 28.5 points. The line over under 44.5. So what does that tell you? They expect Ohio State to score a bunch of points and for Northwestern to score not that many at all. Ohio State should roll in this one. They're playing this game at Wrigley Field. That's the most exciting thing about the game. They're playing it at a baseball field. Could be a no-hitter. Could be a no-hitter. Ohio State could throw a no-hitter here. Texas on the road at Arkansas. Old SWAC game. I guess this one has the potential to be interesting. I know this game has been close a couple of times when they have played in recent years. I don't see it. Now, maybe, of course, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. You remember back in 2019 when Georgia played South Carolina in Athens and I picked Georgia to win? Well, guess what? Fromm turned the ball over 4 times. Rodrigo Blankenship missed 2 field goals, and Georgia actually lost. So I have been wrong before. But Texas at Arkansas, I have a feeling Texas wins easily. They're favored by 12.5. Anybody on Arkansas in that one? It's an interesting game. I'll give it that. You got the whole, we used to be in the same old conference that doesn't exist anymore deal going on there, but I don't know. It feels like Texas probably pulls away and covers the 12.5 there on the road against the Woo Pig Dummies. Utah at Colorado. Utah coming off of a heartbreaking loss to in-state rival BYU last week. And they're mad as hell and they're not going to take it anymore. They were excited to be in the Big 12, but they no longer are, according to their athletic director, after, in their words, they were robbed. They were hoodwinked, bamboozled, run amok even by the referee crew out there, according to the Utah man. And they lost a heartbreaker in the Holy War to BYU. Of course, I was rooting for both teams to lose, just like I do in every holy war. I always root for mutually assured destruction in any holy war. But BYU did actually win that one. And Utah's got to turn around and play on the road at a red-hot Colorado team. Feels like Colorado wins this one, don't it? Yeah, Utah's got no offense at all. They're in complete give-up mode. They're on to their 5th quarterback for the 2nd time and all that crap. Now the tight end is hurt again. Brent Queeth or whatever the fuck his name is, he's out too. They just complete give up. They're just, you know what it is? Anybody that's any good on that team is either hurt or pretending to be hurt so they can come back next year with an extra year of eligibility again for the umpteenth year in a row. So they're just in total give up and desperation mode now. I think Colorado wins. Clemson on the road at Pitt. Clemson's an 11.5-point favorite. Pitt started out, 7-0, but have now lost 2 in a row. So they're 7-2 or whatever they are, back-to-back losses for Pitt. Clemson, 2 losses of their own. This is the third best team Clemson has played so far this year. They lost to the first 2. They lost to Georgia. They lost to Louisville. Can Clemson pull it off on the road at Pitt? Probably, yeah. Tulane at Navy. Tulane ranked. And a tree fell in the woods, too. No one heard it. No one was around. As it turns out. Tulane's a 7.5-point favorite over Navy. How many people are old enough to remember when Navy was undefeated and played Notre Dame 3 weeks ago? How many people are old enough to remember that? I'm is. All right, we made fun of the Big Ten some. Let's make fun of the SEC. Auburn is hosting Louisiana Monroe in November. This is ridiculous. Georgia does it too, so I'm not picking on other SEC teams. In fact, Georgia, I believe, does it next week. They play UMass. It's just insanity. Nobody, and I mean nobody, wants to see these games in September, my guy. We definitely don't want to see these games in November. I don't like it. So I'm not saying anything else about any of those games. Coastal Carolina at Marshall. Into the 1 and 1:30 games now. Murray State at Kentucky. Another SEC team. Look at this with the woozies here. Mercer at Alabama. I'm not talking about any of those games. Play a real team. Next week, I'm not talking about the Georgia game. Play a real team. Quit playing elementary schools in November. Play them in September if you got to make yourself feel better. Remember back in September when Tennessee was scoring 70 points on people and thought they had a good offense? Turns out they don't. They were just beating up on elementary teams. As soon as they got into conference play, they can't get in the 20s. These games are just pointless. Stop doing this in November, and that's a fucking order. Greg Sankey. Michigan State at Illinois. Now, I think this is going to be a good game. No one's going to watch it for a bunch of reasons. Number 1, it's Michigan State. Number 2, it's Illinois. Number 3, it comes on at 2:30. And number 4, it comes on FS1. But I do think this will be a good game. But there's 4 reasons why no one will watch this game and only 1 reason why they would. And that's because it could potentially be a good game. 4 is more than 1, which means no one's watching that. The primary problem, of course, is the 2:30 kickoff time. Unless you're a Michigan State or an Illinois fan, you're not switching off of whatever game you've been watching for 2 hours to suddenly watch Michigan State and Illinois. It's not happening. It's a ridiculous fucking kickoff time. They need to standardize the kickoff teams just like the NFL. Imagine if the NFL had games starting at 1 o'clock and then for no reason some random game started at 2:30. They would never do that. Why? They're not retarded. Not to that degree. Not to that degree at all. They're not retarded to that degree at all, to say the least, or the most, or whatever else too. Syracuse at Cal. Okay. A game of the week here on CB. Game of the week alert. Game of the week alert. 3:30 game. CBS. The game of the week in the Big Ten. Number 4, Penn State. Only 1 loss at home to Ohio State. Just an absolute juggernaut. Penn State has beat a who's who of trash cans and lost to the only team with a heartbeat they played. And today they're on the road at 1-win Purdue in the Big Ten game of the week. 3:30 on CBS. Boy, don't know how the SEC is going to manage to keep up with the Big Ten when they keep giving us matchups like this on a weekly basis. Game of the week, Penn State at Purdue. Penn State's favored by 112 on the road at Purdue. Virginia at Notre Dame. Notre Dame, big win last week against Florida State. Now they host Virginia. They're a big favorite again, 21.5. Virginia might keep that one within 3 touchdowns. Notre Dame will win, but I don't like the number on that game, so I won't be betting that one. Boston College at SMU. This is another one that I'm getting off of this week. I've been riding SMU the last couple of weeks, and they've been paying Lou. I'm not doing it today. 17.5 at home against Boston College. Again, I do think SMU will win the game, but this feels like a deal where Boston College can keep that thing close. Let me ask, though, is Castellanos playing? I know he announced he's entered a portal, so what is – hold on. God dang it. See, now I got to pull the chat up because, hold on, I might have spoke too soon or not soon enough or both. What's the deal with Castellanos, the quarterback from Boston College? Is he still playing, or what are they doing there? They benched him. Okay, yeah, you can probably take SMU if you want. I probably still won't bet the game, but that does make it, in my opinion, much more likely that SMU covers. Castellanos is out for Boston College. Louisville on the road at Stanford. Louisville's favored by 20.5. I might take Stanford. It's been tough for these teams that have had to travel coast to coast. I know technically Louisville's not coast to coast. I get it, but you get what I'm saying. I'm not going to bet the game for that reason. LSU at Florida. There's a lot of people on Florida in this one. So I don't know if this is like the upset special of the week or what you guys want to call it, but a lot of people I've seen in the comments, on the phone calls, other places on the internet, where it'd be Twitter or whatever else. There's a lot of people that seem to think Florida can win this game at home against LSU. I know DJ Lagway's playing or is supposed to play. I don't necessarily believe these injury report rumors until I see a player take the field, but the reports are that he's scheduled to start and play today. LSU, of course, got destroyed last week, but so did Florida on the road at Texas. I know they're back home this week, but LSU, as weird as it sounds, and it does sound weird, LSU still has a shot to make the SEC championship game. It's as strange as that sounds. So now we might think they're not going to get in for whatever reason, tiebreaker, whatever. You might have your own reasons. You don't think LSU is going to get in, but they do. See, so it's a motivation thing to me. Is why I'm on LSU in this game. That and the fact that LSU's beat Florida something like 8 of the last 10 years. But so LSU in their minds has got everything to play for because, if we can just get to the SEC title game, then we got a chance to win it and get in the playoffs. Now, that's the only way they're getting in. That's the only way. LSU's only chance to get into the playoffs is to make the SEC championship game and win it. And again, you might think that's not going to happen, and I might agree with you. But you gotta put yourself inside their head. In their head, they're still mathematically alive, and so they've got everything to play for in their minds. Bounce back week, maybe, for LSU. Well, just ask yourself, which one of these two teams and programs do you think is more likely to bounce back after a blowout loss? Billy Napier in Florida or Brian Kelly in LSU? I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go with Brian Kelly in LSU. There. Just break it down to its simplest form here. Just break it. Look, sometimes we overthink shit, okay? Because we spend all these hours a week talking college football. You can overanalyze something. Who's better, LSU or Florida? Has there been a single point this season where you have thought that Florida is better than LSU, yes or no? No. 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 I don't know. I'm taking LSU. If I'm going to be wrong, I'm not going to be wrong picking Florida. That I can tell you. Or Oregon State at Air Force. South Florida at Charlotte. Getting into the 4 o'clock games. Now, the hits just keep on coming over on Fox. Nebraska on the road at Southern Cal in the, this is the winner might make a bowl game bowl. It's also the loser probably not making a bowl game bowl.
I have to point this out again about Nebraska because it's absolutely mind-boggling. I don't know what's going to happen to Nebraska fans if they don't make a bowl game. Who remembers Nebraska last year? Nebraska got to 5 wins last year with 3 or 4 games to go in the season. They had 5 wins with 3 or 4 games to go. You know, they haven't made a bowl game since 2016. They're all hyped up about Matt Rule. This is going back to last year now. They get to 5 wins with like 3 or 4 games to go in the season. Didn't win a single one of them. In the season on a 4 or 5 game losing streak, whatever it was, miss out on a bowl game sitting there at 5 fucking wins. Well, guess what they did this season to follow that up? Encore performance here. They started out 5-1. They started out 5-1. After week 6, they had 5 wins. With 6 games to go, all they need is one more win. And guess what? 3-game fucking losing streak. Lost to Indiana, lost to Ohio State, lost to UCLA. Now they're on the road at Southern Cal. Next week, Wisconsin. And then on the road at Iowa. They better find a way to win one of those games. I like Nebraska today plus 7.5. I don't know whether they'll win the game, but I do like Nebraska plus 7.5. But my God, man, get to a 6th win eventually at some point in my lifetime, will you? Nebraska, man, come on now. Nebraska at Southern Cal, well, it's down to 7. The line was 7.5. It's down to 7. Baylor at West Virginia. Baylor's a 1-point favorite on the road. I actually like West Virginia at home in this one. Neil Brown trying to save his job again, even though they're not firing him because they can't afford it. They've already come out and said it. It's weird, too, because that's basically what they said. You know, one of these letters to the fans. Look, Neil Brown's coming back next year. We don't have the money to fire him. So, usually these teams will put out like this statement showing a bunch of support for the coach, like Florida did. Fake support, but still, we're behind Billy all the way, and, rah this and pep rally shit. West Virginia didn't bother with none of that. They just said, look, guys, we hear you, but we can't afford to fire him, so the guy's coming back. You got to respect their honesty, I guess, You got to respect their honesty in that. Missouri at South Carolina. Battle of the Missouris. Ranked matchup here. Dang. Are there only 2 ranked matchups this week? And they're both in the SEC. What a shock. What an absolute shock that is. It's SEC bias, woo. Oh, yeah? Isn't there only like one SEC team in the top 6? Shut the fuck up. You've been retarded for a while. But now you're really letting the cat out of the bag. Missouri at South Carolina. South Carolina's favored by 13. I like South Carolina anything under 2 touchdowns. Might be my favorite bet of the week. One of them. I really like South Carolina to cover. They're hot right now. I'll admit it as a Georgia fan. I don't want to play South Carolina right now. I'll admit it. I'd much rather play Tennessee. Who wouldn't? Who would? Look, there ain't a team around right now that wouldn't rather play Tennessee than South Carolina. South Carolina right now is just better than Tennessee. That's just what it is. Tennessee's not that good, folks. They can't score. They're not very good. Dylan Sampson should win the Heisman. Woo. Oh, yeah, he's got 1,100 and something yards. Yeah, give him the Heisman. In fact, just rename it the Dylan Sampson Award. Doesn't need to be called the Heisman anymore. Rename it the Dylan Sampson Award and put on there, he had 1,100 yards in week 12. Put that on there. That would be amazing. Battle of the Columbias, Missouri at South Carolina. Drinkwitz says they're a playoff contender. Missouri's coach. Did y'all see that after the game last week? ran up to the on-field reporter and said, I forget what he said. Got one word for you, playoffs. Yeah, buddy, y'all ain't getting nowhere near the damn playoffs. Bruh, you played 2 teams with a heartbeat and lost 75-10. Shut the fuck up, man. What's wrong with that Drinkwitz guy? Is he standing on business again? I don't know. Maybe the Tennessee fan can let me know. Rutgers at Maryland. Maryland favored by 5.5. Arizona State at Kansas State. It hurts me to do this. Kansas State's been a pet project of mine ever since last bowl season when I saw Avery Johnson play QB for them, and I still like him. And I like both their running backs too, Kansas State. The Kansas State's a fun team to watch. But I'm taking Arizona State on the road plus 7.5. I don't know why I call it a funny feeling. Yeah. You could even call it final feelings if you want to. Of course, I don't have any feelings. Oregon at Wisconsin, what a dud. NBC, how many billions is NBC paying to show Oregon at Wisconsin in Week 12? Tennessee on the road at Oregon. Tennessee on the road at Oregon. Be better off if they was on the road at Oregon, wouldn't they? Yeah, Tennessee on the road at Georgia. Georgia's a 9-point favorite. Unbelievable. People's minds are blown. They can't believe it. Oh, my God. Y'all need to quit with the recency bias bullshit. Oh, look, Georgia versus Ole Miss. They ain't got a chance against Tennessee. That's not the Georgia you're getting. So I don't, let me ask you something. If Georgia would have played Texas last week and Tennessee 4 weeks ago, or Ole Miss 4 weeks ago, what? Then you would be all over Georgia to win this game because they beat Texas yesterday and instead of 4 weeks ago? I don't understand. Georgia's a better team. Tennessee doesn't know what they're doing. Josh Heupel's a sloppy fuck with clothes that's 2-3 sizes too big. He looks like he's wearing a goddamn tablecloth. It probably is a tablecloth. It probably got stuck inside his belt loop when he got up from the fucking Shoney's or whatever the fuck he was at. But Tennessee's got no offense. All this, Nico's playing. Oh, yeah, let me see if the line went down. Nope. The line is still 9 because just like I told you, it doesn't fucking matter who plays quarterback for Tennessee. And it doesn't matter who plays running back for Georgia. Y'all are all over. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's it. Put your mortgage payment on Tennessee. Nico's playing and Trevor Etienne's out for Georgia. It doesn't matter who the running back is for Georgia. Dummy. They can't run the ball. Georgia can't run the ball. You're focusing on the wrong thing. I'm not even telling you you're an idiot if you think Tennessee can win the game. Maybe you do think that. But it's not because Nico's playing and Trevor Etienne isn't. Georgia's going to throw the ball 40 or 50 times today. Somebody alert John Hopeful in the news media or something. Let them know. But that's what Georgia's doing. This isn't going to be the Georgia you saw last week where they do everything they can to try to keep Carson Beck from throwing an interception. No, Carson Beck's going to throw an interception today. Maybe 2 or 3. But he's going to throw 2 or 3 touchdowns too. And Georgia's going to win the game. It's that simple. And not only that, they're most likely covering this 9 points. This game won't be close. Crying to your butt funnel, Hill Jack. Fuck you. Wake Forest at North Carolina. North Carolina's favored by 10. Cincinnati at Iowa State. Game of the week, primetime on Fox. Oh, must see. I guess nobody's watching the Georgia-Tennessee game, are they? I don't think anybody's watching the Georgia-Tennessee game, 7:30 on ABC, because at 8 o'clock on Fox, we have Cincinnati at Iowa State. You want to know something really funny? Is Fox paying more for Cincinnati at Iowa State than ABC is paying for Tennessee at Georgia? Who's paying more to broadcast this game? Fox or ABC Disney? Who's paying more? Fox is paying more to broadcast Cincinnati at Iowa State. Whatever. And then there's some other games too, like Kansas at BYU. BYU's favored by 2.5. They're going to win by 2 touchdowns. Put all your money on BYU. There you go. I should end the show right fucking now. Fuck Tennessee. Fuck them. Voltard representative says, can't wait for the game tonight. Woo, I think this will be a game where both you and I will be stressed the fuck out till the end. Go Vols and hope for no injuries. Well, all games are stressful for your boy Uncle Lou here. I've been watching Georgia for a long time, so believe it or not, I didn't become a fan in 2021 like some people would have you believe. I've actually been around when Georgia wasn't good. That's how old I am. I'm so old, I remember Georgia not being good. Now, there are some Tennessee fans who are so old, they actually remember Tennessee being good. If you're my age and you're a Tennessee fan, you probably remember Tennessee being good. Probably. If you're 25, if you're 30, if you're 30, if you're 30 years old, you don't remember Tennessee being good. God damn. That's a long time, man. That's a long time. If you're 30 years old, if you're a 30-year-old Tennessee fan, you don't remember Tennessee being good. You have to read about it in coloring books. You know? Your dad or your granddad's got to sit you down and tell you about it. Imagine being 28 years old. You've never seen Tennessee be any good. 30 years old. If you're 30 years old, you were 4 the last time Tennessee won the SEC. I was about this close right there from putting the mental health break thing up on the screen. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Oh, Droovy, thank you on that. Okay. Droovy, thank you. I'm calming myself down. 7:30 on Patreon. Well, or 7:30, somewhere around there on Patreon. The link to the Patreon's in the description. What are we eating today? Yeah, let's do that. What are we eating today? We need to get on to something less that makes me less mad. Talking about Tennessee makes me mad. Let's just get on to talking about something else, like what we're eating today, which is a great question, by the way. I'm having chicken nachos today, which is my second favorite, maybe third, but it's top 3, though, for me, favorite game day foods. Tommy fries, obviously, would be number 1, but I've had Tommy fries several times this season. Chicken wings is also in my top 3, but I've had chicken wings several times this season. Chicken nachos from this place that we get them from are amazing. And for some reason, I've only had them once, which I know is dumb. But for some reason, I've only had them once this season. So we're doing chicken nachos from my favorite chicken nacho place down the street today. I mean, I'll have some other whatever snacks and shit too, but that's the star of the show today. That's the star of the show today. Muller Ale House chicken nachos is actually from Carolina Ale House, which I think is a chain restaurant. So y'all may have heard of that, but Carolina Ale House is the name of the place where I get the chicken nachos. Seafood boil? Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. My son loves that. That's one of his favorites. Yeah, jalapeno poppers are good too. We've done those several times this season, though, already. Oh, y'all have one up there, Jackpot, at Carolina Ale House? Yeah, they have one here. It's in a Target shopping center, not far from here. And now, I don't go there often. In fact, I only go there to get the chicken nachos. So I don't even know. I can't even tell you whether whatever else they have is good or not good or whatever. But I absolutely love their chicken nachos. Jackpot, you know you have an open invitation, buddy. Come on down. Come on down. Best restaurant to sit down and watch football? Any restaurant with 20 or more TVs. You know, sports bars, generally. Wild Wings, Buffalo Wild Wings. I guess Hooters, but just the food at Hooters is garbage, guys. Can we let that myth go? I mean, I get it. Oh, no, I'm just going for the wings. No, you're not. The wings are garbage, buddy. I'm sorry. There's not a single good thing to eat at Hooters. I'm sorry. There's not. And you know that. And when you tell people that you're going for the wings, you know you're lying. It's absolute garbage. Twin Peaks is decent. Yeah. Twin Peaks has better food than Hooters. I'll tell you that. They have better scenery, too. Twin Peaks is better than Hooters in all areas, if you want to know the truth. The Hooters outfit is played out. They've been wearing the same dumb shit for 40 years at Hooters. Twin Peaks, they switched that shit up. You go there one weekend, they're all dressed up as cheerleaders. You go to next, there's referees. You go there and some other time, there ain't no telling what you'll see in there. It's way better. And the food is better. Fuck Hooters, man. Hooters is garbage food. It's dog food. Hooters let wokeism ruin the franchise. You know what the woke mind virus is? The woke mind virus is people who say that everything is woke. That's the woke mind virus. To think that one of the most misogynistic restaurants in the history of mankind is somehow suffering from wokeism is probably the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Until the next thing you type, which will probably be equally as dumb. Walking around with your tits and ass hanging out is now considered woke. You people are out of your fucking gourd. We better move on before y'all get triggered. Y'all are easily triggered. Let's face it. Y'all are easily triggered. It's not hard to do. You know who's not easily triggered? You guessed it, Frank Stallone. No, I'm just kidding. PB _betting. No, they're not triggered at all. But they are smart when it comes to gambling on college football. Check out PB _ on Twitter. Give them a follow. Listen to their podcast they put out every week. It's a purely gambling podcast. So if you're not into the gambling aspect of football, this isn't for you. But if you are, there's a lot to learn by listening to these two. They've been watching the show for a long time. They started this podcast about a year ago. I've been listening to it for about 6 months. They have a YouTube channel, a podcast, the whole deal. But you can find it all through their Twitter page, PB _ betting. They're transparent too. They tell you if they win or lose. They don't lie. Look, here they go. They go ahead and tell you. They didn't have a good week last week. One of them went 500, 9-9. The other one 4-8. 4-8. Not a good week, but at least they don't lie. They tell you they're up front with you. Oh. All right, y'all drop it with the politics, or we're going to have to start booting people. We better get back to something football related, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Or things are going to go completely off the rails. Rigged wheel coming up at the end of the show, per normal. Yes, per normal. There you go. There's the Cash App and the PayPal. If you want to get on the rigged wheel, try to win yourself some money. Y'all have been whipping me on the rigged wheel this year. I'm not going to lie. Now, this is the first year. Every other year that I've done the rigged wheel, I've come out on top in terms of y'all have been mostly wrong. This year, y'all have gotten way more games right than you have wrong. So y'all are doing good with your picks on the rigged wheel this week or this season. And I feel like I need to point that out because each of the last 3 years I've done this or whatever, y'all have really fucking sucked. And I've made sure and let you know about it. So now that you're doing a pretty good job, I need to let you know about that too. We had another winner last week. Who was it last week? Hold on. I know I can find it in here somewhere. The rigged wheel last week was, Anthony Swift. He had Notre Dame minus 25 against Florida State, and Notre Dame won by 100. They covered easily. So Anthony Swift doubled up and was the big winner last week. So congratulations to Anthony Swift. We will spin the rigged wheel at the end of today's show. Any Cash App, any PayPal, get your name on the rigged wheel. At the end of the show, we'll spin the wheel. If it picks your name, you can pick any game you want today against the spread. If you get it right, I'll send you back twice what you sent me. Even if you get the game wrong, I'll send you back your money. So either it's a free bet, way to make a free bet, basically, while helping to support the show and the channel. Sharkzilla, thank you for the super chat. He says, really only one big game this weekend and a whole lot of meh. Yeah, you know what that means. Going to be absolute madness unfolding today. Could be. I mean, the Texas-Arkansas game has a chance to ruin Texas. Look, Texas, I don't think Texas can survive another loss. I really don't. Texas doesn't have they don't have any ranked wins. Texas' best win right now is a 3-point win over Vandy. I don't think Texas could survive another loss in the regular season, whether it be this week to Arkansas or a couple of weeks on the road at Texas A&M. So maybe that's worth keeping an eye on. LSU, like we mentioned earlier, kind of been written off. 3 losses, just got blown out by Bama, but they're still alive to make the SEC championship game because one of their losses is a non-conference loss. So they've got plenty of motivation on the road today at Florida. Do they slip up and eliminate themselves? And then, of course, you got the Georgia-Tennessee game. Ohio State is playing Northwestern. Hard to see that one going sideways. Oregon does have to travel to play Wisconsin at night. Now, in the past, that has been a difficult place to play, but Wisconsin just hasn't been great the last couple of years under Luke Fickell. So, again, hard to see Oregon losing that game, but we've all been watching college football long enough to know that's why they call it an upset. You do see things out of the blue sometimes. BYU is a small favorite, again, for reasons unknown, against a bad Kansas team. Does BYU go down? Colorado is a pretty big favorite this week. They're still in it. Something will happen, right? Something will happen. You know what would have been a good game this year? South Carolina versus Tennessee. South Carolina South Carolina right now is playing really good football. Really good football. I think they were kind of carried by their defense early in the year. But that quarterback and Rocket Sanders at running back, that offense has come around. The offense is playing better than it was the first month of the season. No question about it. And their front seven is top 5, top 10 in the country. Why is the BYU line so low? It's low almost every week, the BYU line. And I don't know if it's because Vegas just doesn't trust them week in and week out, and so they're trying to catch them slipping one week, but BYU just keeps winning. But there's been a lot of weeks this year where you looked at the BYU line and you went, why is that so low? The Central Florida game, there's been a lot of examples of that. Now, they did play a rivalry game last week that came down to the wire, so maybe there's a little bit of reason to expect a little bit of a letdown this week from BYU, but I don't know. It's hard for me to see that. Hard for me to see that. Kansas does have a couple of wins over the last few weeks after losing like 5 or 6 in a row, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Pedro's thoughts. Thank you for the super chat. He says, I met my wife at Hooters. She gave me some extra ranch dressing for free, and I fell in love. Ranch dressing, the key to your heart, huh? I hear you. Thank you, Sharkzilla, Pedro's thoughts, Voltard representative, Wotod99, and Jarvis for the super chats this morning. Raj hates ranch dressing with a passion. I took Raj was at Augusta one time, and of course I took him to T-Bone. That's right. Anytime somebody comes to Augusta to see me for any reason, I take them to T-Bones. That's oh, come on, we're going to T-Bones, because that's where they have the Tommy fries that I talk about all the time. So the first time Raj came to Augusta, I took him out to eat at T-Bones to get the Tommy fries. Tommy fries, of course, are smothered in ranch dressing. It's not the thing where it's like a plate of cheese fries with bacon on it and then a little plastic cup of ranch dressing. That's not how the Tommy fries work. The Tommy fries are literally smothered in ranch dressing when they serve them to you. And he took one look at that and said, nah, I can't eat that. So we talked to the waitress, and they actually went and made him an order of Tommy fries without ranch dressing in it so he could try it. Now, I don't know how anybody, it's dry as shit when you eat it that way. You're just eating basically chunks of baked potatoes with cheese and bacon at that point. I don't know. But yeah, he doesn't do the ranch dressing. He doesn't do the ranch dressing at all. Tommy fries is like chunked or fried potato wedges smothered with, like, I think it's 3 different kinds of cheeses, real bacon, and ranch dressing. Joey Diaz would be proud of him for rejecting the ranch. I don't know who Joey Diaz is. Did anyone see where the BYU cheerleading coach got knocked out with a water bottle? Yeah, I did see that. And somehow they found the fan that did it and arrested him. But, yeah, Utah fans started throwing trash on the field in the Utah-BYU game at Utah last week. And, or was it at BYU? Anyway, they found the fan that I don't know how. Somehow they found the specific fan that threw the specific water bottle that hit the BYU cheerleader coach in the head and arrested him. I don't know how they found him. I don't know how they were able to single that one individual out as that's the one that threw that specific bottle, but they did, and charged him with a crime of some kind. Yeah, they sure did. Went ahead and charged him with a crime of some kind. Carolina-style barbecue and sauce is the best. God pointed him out. Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was. When was Tennessee's last road game? 6 weeks ago, on the road at Arkansas. And they lost, believe it or not. I'm just kidding. Of course, everybody believes that. Tennessee can't play on the road. They're terrible on the road. Tennessee's a garbage can on the road. When was the last time Tennessee beat a ranked team on the road? How far back do I have to go? How far back do I have to go to find Tennessee beating a ranked team on the road? Don't know. Been a while, though. Probably 1998. Yeah. Probably 1998. All right. Some best bets for today. Now, here's how I want to do this, if you don't mind. I hope you don't mind. For the purposes of this exercise, let's just stick to early games. So, through the 1 o'clock games, I guess, but specifically the 12 o'clock games. Okay, so Ohio State at Northwestern. Ohio State's favored by 28.5. I think Ohio State can win the game by more than 28.5 if they want to. I don't like betting games where the spreads are this high. I just don't. You never know what's going to happen late in these games if somebody takes all their starters out in Northwestern. Say Ohio State's up 35-0 in the fourth quarter, and with a minute to go against Ohio State's fourth-string defense, Northwestern scores a touchdown, final score 35-7, and now you've lost the bet because you had Ohio State at 28.5. So I don't like to bet those kind of games. Obviously, I think Ohio State can win this game by 40 if they really decided that's what they wanted to do. But I just don't like to bet them when they're that high. Now, Texas at Arkansas, I would consider taking Texas here. I can be talked into that on the road at Arkansas. I also like Colorado at minus 13.5. I like both of these numbers, actually, 13 and 13.5 for the favorite. I like both of those. Colorado maybe might be the better bet because they're the home team. And again, Utah's coming off that last-minute loss to BYU. They're mad. They hate the Big 12 now. The athletic director's had it up to here, and he's not going to take it anymore, that kind of deal. They're starting another quarterback again today. I mean, Utah changes quarterbacks like Tennessee changes uniforms. It's fucking weird. So maybe Colorado's the better bet there. And then what do y'all think about the Clemson and Pittsburgh game? Clemson at Pitt, the over-under is 52.5. I like the under. What is that? I already know Pete bets the over on everything, and he's a tater man, but I don't. So what's the bet at what's the bet to make on the noon games? What is it? What's the bet to make on the noon games? What's the best bet on the board for the noon games? Navy plus 7 against Tulane. Tulane's been hot, man. I don't know. Don't start that shit where you just type Uncle Lou. I know what you're doing. Clemson, Pitt. Yeah, but what about it? I can't bet on both of those teams. They're playing each other. What's the bet? Take Pitt and the points, says Jonathan Miller. Take Arkansas. Buy Texas down to minus 12. Colorado minus 13 is the move, says Sven. All right, some people just won't listen to reason, so let's do that and that. Some people mistake orders for suggestions because they're brain dead. If Clemson loses and Miami loses, Louisville will play SMU for the conference title. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. So, yeah. Pete's Hawaiian shirt. Sorry I'm late. Pete just took me out of the dryer. Y'all are sick. Y'all are sick. What happens if Georgia loses? What do you mean, what happens? I mean, I don't understand the question. Like, will the world end or what? What do you mean? What's the difference between Tennessee football and Heupel's wife? After 5 years, Tennessee still sucks. Oh, God. Come on, man. Is Heupel even married? I'm not even trolling. It's a serious question. I really don't know if he is or not. I guess he is. No, I don't play golf. I haven't made any bets today. That's what I'm asking. But no one's helping me. Tennessee has the best record in the SEC. Shout out Lando63. Yeah, but don't spam those. Somebody timed you out now because you were spamming. I don't know who it was. Somebody timed you out, but shout out Lando63. Over in the Colorado game? Oh, all right. Let's look at that. What about under in the Clemson game? Is that a good one or no? Over in the Colorado game, over 40. Man, that is extremely low, isn't it? But I don't know, man. Over in the Colorado game, I mean, Utah's got a pretty good defense. I know Utah can't score. They're down to nothing again. The tight end is out. All their quarterbacks are out again. So I know Utah can't score. I get that. But Colorado would have to probably score 35 in order for this game to go over. You think they can do that? You think they can do that? I don't know. Utah's going to get rolled. That's what it feels like to me. I do like Colorado minus the points. Bet John Jones tonight. John Jones is fighting tonight? Yeah, I would take. I don't even need to know who he's fighting. I think John Jones could beat up any human being on the planet. Period. That's it. Nothing else to say. No and or but or except. I think John Jones could beat up any human being on the planet. I'm not betting Arkansas to win outright. No. Bet on Desmond Howard picking Tennessee. All right, we're fixing to do the rigged wheel and get out of here. Y'all aren't helping me with these bets like I needed you to. As far as the streaming schedule today, I will be on tonight on Patreon at 7:30. Yeah, 7:30 for the Georgia-Tennessee game. That's how the Patreon folks voted this week, was for the primetime game. So 7:30 live stream over on Patreon. The Patreon link is in the description of the video. If you're not signed up on Patreon, I don't know what you're doing. Hey, it's the holiday season. Buy yourself a gift of the Uncle Lou Patreon. You'll be glad you did. We have a really good time over there. I will post the link on the Patreon page tonight around 7:15. When you go to the Patreon page tonight at 7:15, you will see the link posted on the top of the page. Just click the link, and it will take you to the live stream for tonight's primetime games. If I do a YouTube stream today, it will be for the afternoon games. It would be for the afternoon games. LSU in Florida, Boston College, SMU, Virginia, Notre Dame, Nebraska, Southern Cal, Baylor, West Virginia. But I don't know that I don't know yet that I will. We'll see. We'll see. Either way, of course, I'll be uploading reaction videos and halftime videos all throughout the day for the noon games and the 3:30 games, and of course the primetime games. We'll be doing all that. We'll be doing all of that. Where is the Patreon link in the? Yeah, the Patreon link is in the description. Yeah. Here you go. There's the link to the Patreon page. And I'm fixing to pull up the rigged wheel. So this is your last chance to get on the rigged wheel too here. There you go. All right, let's do the rigged wheel. Let's get right to it. We already got Atypical Gump on there. My man Atypical Gump sent his rigged wheel in on Thursday. My man's couldn't wait. I mean, just couldn't wait. All right, so let's see who else is going to be on the rigged wheel this week. Good luck to everybody, of course. A lot of winners this year on the rigged wheel. A lot of winners this year. Way more winners than losers, which is normally not the case. But you guys have done great on your picks. You guys have done great on your picks this year. Bulldog Brian. Shout out to Bulldog Brian. Good to see you in here this morning, buddy. You still going to come hang out with us in January, right? In Vegas. Bulldog Brian lives in Vegas now. You want to talk about having it made. Bulldog Brian, you got it made, buddy. You're living the life out there in Vegas, man. I'm going to make it out there one of these days. I mean, I've been to Vegas. I'm talking about, I might move out there. I just moved to Vegas. Do they have internet in Vegas, Brian? Because I don't know if you know this, but I can work from anywhere that has an internet connection. Yeah, it's true. So as long as Vegas has internet, I'm in there. I could be in there. But, yeah, I hope to see you in January when we come out there, buddy. Carolina Jackpot, of course, a regular on the rigged wheel. Jackpot, you've won the wheel this season, I believe. And then got your pick right, I think. Ryan S. Ryan S. is on the rigged wheel. Thank you, Ryan, for helping to support the show this morning. Bulldog JC is on the rigged wheel. David, you only go on the wheel once, not twice. So I see that you sent in two different games. What I'm going to do is combine these two, put you on the wheel one time, and then if you win, then in the comments you're going to have to tell me which game you want. Okay. Anthony Swift says he's going for 2 in a row. Put him back on the wheel again. Yes, sir. Say less, fam. Sir UJ, another repeat offender here on the wheel every Saturday morning. Good luck to you, Sir UGA. Again, I really appreciate y'all supporting the show this morning, and good luck to everybody. All right, that's the Cash App. Let's head over to PayPal. We've got Zeus. Zeus, another frequent flyer. Shout out to Zeus. Good luck to you, sir. Zeus, I'm not sure if he has won the rigged wheel this season yet or not. I can't remember. Colby never wins the rigged wheel. I think Colby was the one that came up with the phrase rigged wheel because he never wins it. I think, does anybody remember who actually coined the phrase the rigged wheel? I think it was Colby. This is an odd one here. I arised streaming is what this one is. But good luck to you. I arised streaming in that. Yes, good luck to you, obviously. Drunker Silly Slaw. Good luck to you, Drunker Silly Slaw. He likes Virginia to cover against Notre Dame. Brian K. likes the Dogs to cover. There, finally somebody with a set that knows what they're doing. That is the best bet of the week. Of course Georgia's going to cover the 9. Georgia will roll Tennessee today. Tennessee's got no chance. Jay Shipes likes Arkansas. Jay Shipes likes Arkansas plus the points. The Woo Pig Dummies. Good luck, Jay. Don't know what else to tell you, bud. Good luck. Milkus Khan, also a genius. He likes the Dogs to cover as well. He clearly knows what he's talking about. And Eric O, he did not name a team, but that's fine. If you win, Eric, we'll get the team from you. We'll get the team from you after.
All right, I've checked the Cash App twice. I'll check the PayPal one more time, and then it's time to roll on the rigged wheel. All right, y'all know how it works. We got everybody's name on the wheel. I'm fixing to ask somebody in the comments section to pick a number 3 to 5. Whatever number they pick, that's how many times we will spin the wheel. And on that final spin, whatever name the wheel picks, you can make any pick you want today against the spread. And if you are correct, I will send you back twice what you sent me. If you get the pick wrong, I'll send you back whatever you sent me. So it's basically a free bet. It's basically a free bet. Big shout out to all of y'all who got your names on the wheel today for helping to support the show and the channel. Good luck to everybody. Eric O says, love you, Lou. Go Dogs. Yeah, go Dogs in that too. And also, it's a great day to be a dog today. I'm telling you, Tennessee's going to get their ass beat today. Bet Virginia to cover against Notre Dame, says Slaw. I kind of like that too, Slaw, to be honest. When I went through the list of games the first time, I did take Virginia to, I did say I liked Virginia to cover. All right, let's pick a name here. It's got to be somebody that's not on the wheel. Let's go with Baylor Man. Baylor Man, give me a number 3 through 5, buddy. Hendrick says, I'm just here to hashtag Pay Lou, go Vols. I hit the Georgia basketball game last night on the Pay Lou movement. I sure did. Georgia was playing Georgia Tech last night in basketball. Georgia was a 2-point favorite. I took Georgia -2. Georgia won by 8 or 9. Baylor says 5. Baylor says 5. All right. We're going to spin the wheel 5 times then. That's what we gonna do. The 5th name will be the winner today. Good luck to everybody. Spin number 1. Jeralina Crackpot. Spin number 2. Oh, it's close. Sir UJ? Yeah, Sir UJ. Of course, doesn't matter. We're looking for the 5th name today. The 5th name. That's this is spin number 3 here. That time it's going to get to Zeus. There you go. Here comes spin number 4. Colby. All right. Good luck, everybody. Here's the last spin. Today's winner is Eric O or Milkus Khan? Eric O. Congratulations, Eric O. The rigged wheel has shined favorably upon you, Eric O. You still in the chat, Eric? We need a game from you. We need a game from you, Eric. What's the winner today? What do you like today? You like the dogs. All right. Let's look up the latest line. Let's go on over to the top secret gambling site here. Top secret here. All right. 8.5. See it right there. Georgia, Tennessee, -8.5. So you've got Georgia -8.5, my guy. Which is better than 9, actually. Better than 9. Eric O. So the line has come back down to where it started. The line opened at 8.5 in this game. Got bet all the way up to 10.5, 11 at one point. Has come all the way back down now to 8.5. Eric O. has UGA -8.5 versus Tennessee. Good luck, Eric O. All right, make sure you check out today's sponsors, PB_betting over on Twitter, the tweeter machine. Check out PB_betting. They do a weekly sports betting podcast. Lots of valuable information there. Check them out, PB_betting on Twitter. And, of course, our buddies over at Prize Picks. Chance to earn yourself some money while you watch these college football games today. It's really simple. You're not picking winners and losers of games.
You're simply picking more or less on player stats. It couldn't be any more simpler. Head on over to prizepicks.com. Type your favorite player or your favorite team in this search bar right there. Dylan Bell, who might be playing running back for Georgia today because they're so down bad at the running back position. There you go. Anyway, whatever. Nico, more than 249 passing yards, more than 174 passing yards. That seems pretty safe, doesn't it? More than 174, unless he doesn't play. More or less 188. Anyway, pick 3 or more. You can win up to 100 times your money. Check them out, prizepicks.com. All you need to get signed up is an email address and a promo code. Make sure you use the promo code Uncle Lou. It's right up there in the corner there. Promo code Uncle Lou. One word, no spaces, uppercase letters, just Uncle Lou. And make any $5 play over there on prizepicks.com. And whether you win or lose is irrelevant. They're going to give you $50 instantly, courtesy of yours truly, Uncle Lou. Check out prizepicks.com. Tell them Uncle Lou said good morning. I'll be on tonight at 7:30 on Patreon to watch all the primetime games. So for those of you who are members over on the Patreon page, I look forward to seeing you tonight for the primetime games. I will post a link over on the Patreon around 7:15 tonight. Head on over to the Patreon page around 7:15. You'll see the link. Click the link. It'll take you to the live stream. We'll hang out and watch all the primetime games. If I do a YouTube stream today, it'll be this afternoon around 3:30, but I haven't completely decided on that yet one way or the other. All right, I appreciate everybody tuning in this morning. Thank you for the Super Chats and the Cash Apps and the PayPals to help support the show. Thank you for a lively comment section. Best comment section on all of YouTube here. It's a pretty average channel in terms of what I do here, but the comment section is unbelievable. So shout out to all of y'all. Good luck to everybody's team today. I hope all your teams win, unless you're a Tennessee fan, in which case, you know, you got to tote the Giant L. It is what it is. Everybody else, I hope you win 100-0, and I hope your team finishes the season 100-0 like you thought they were in August. All right, everybody. Enjoy your college football Saturday, and have a good morning.